Hey guys, welcome back to 5-9 Gaming. Tonight we had a huge update on the JP server of Dokkan Battle. It is the 4.14 update. I'm accompanied by Goresh and Sunblade, and just kind of looking at it from your first glances, how are you guys feeling about it? We could start off with Goresh.
Yeah, so there's sort of a lot of like publicized information, and then there's sort of a lot of hidden information. So we're going to talk about both in this video. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Very cool, very cool. And Sun, how about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Just woke up, but yeah, I'm very hyped about this update, but I noticed that we can't accept missions, so what's going on here?
yeah, I saw Talon mention that on Twitter that it is currently a bug in the game. I'm sure we'll get a Dragonstone fix for that at some point. Yep. So just kind of going through it. The first thing that we have on our list to discuss is the new festival limit icon, which we kind of found out about yesterday. But how are you guys feeling about that? You think it's bringing anything substantial to the game? Is it something we really needed?
I mean, it's good for newer players, right? Because if you're a seasoned player and you've been playing for a while, it's not going to really affect you at all, unless you just don't like the fact that it takes longer to summon, I guess. But if you're a newer player and you pull, like, I don't know, transforming Frieza, and you don't know how good that unit's going to be because you don't know what the units in the game do if you're a newer player. So that is a cue that tells you, okay, this is actually a unit that it's worth keeping that unit. So instead of selling them or bobbing that unit, I'm just going to keep them. And I know that they're going to be powerful at the end of the day. So I think, again, it's more tailored towards newer players, but it's a cool additional effect. You know, it's just extra flashiness, I guess.
Cool. Sunblade, anything from you?
So, yeah, we talked about this during the podcast last weekend, and yeah, I agree with Goresh. For me personally, it's cool because I don't summon that much, but yeah, I'm heading to the point where whales like Goresh and Truth are trying to summon, and yeah, Goresh set an example. He asked, what about the Goku and Vegeta, the new Dokkan Fest LR? Do we see that LR thing and the Dokkan Fest thing at the same time, or like that wastes more time? So
it kind of does.
How long are those summons going to take?
Yeah, good point. All right, moving on to the next one. We have the new improvement of the mission screen. I think this is not, I mean, it's just a little quality of life update. You guys have any, big things to say about this, or is this kind of what it is?
That's just kind of what it is. It's instead of a percentage, now they tell you the exact amount of whatever it is you need to do directly on there, which is fine.
Cool.
Right.
This update's kind of cool. Regarding characters with enormous ability. This is mainly for like the giant form. Gresh, do you want to kind of explain this one a bit more?
Yeah, so they kind of streamlined it to be more in tune with traditional transformations, like, I don't know, Evolution Blue Vegeta's transforming unit. You fulfill certain conditions and then you transform into the next form. Previous to this, it would have the conditions built into the passive. Now what they did was they added a tab at the top of the card that will tell you, okay, like, here are your conditions, and it's exactly the same as a traditional transformation mechanic, but it still acts the same and behaves the same in the game itself. It's just in, I guess, the visual sort of like structure of how it looks on the card is the same as transformation mechanics. And then they also changed the way that the wording is on the passive too. So instead of saying, may transform under X percentage of health, it'll tell you when conditions are met, transform into a giant ape or whatever it is. And then under the tab that we talked about, that's where the information will be.
Very cool. Just another neat little thing that they added here. And then right now, we do have the new EZAs coming out with like the Gogeta, the new Blue Gokus. I already saw your guys' videos on them. They do seem pretty hyped. So now let's just let's go into the actual kind of meat of the new stuff. As of right now, Hydros and I believe another Twitter user, don't got his correct name right now, but
Markkinen.
Yeah. There we go. They found out that they found a card costume file. How do you guys feel about that one?
Why don't you go ahead?
Okay, yeah. So as of right now, we don't know how it's going to work out, right? So I personally don't care that much about that because there's one topic here that overshadows all of that. So, but yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that. But I think it's just a cosmetic change, and yeah, probably it's something we can pay for. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's something that's tied in with the sticker system. Maybe like one of the conditions is let's say you have the ability to show pre-Dokkan Awakened art on a post-Dokkan Awakened unit, but in order to do that, you have to have a sticker on that character or something like that.
Cool.
I don't know. It's just like extra cosmetic stuff that you could do, but again, it's nothing game-changing or crazy, right?
Understandable. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go into the Grand Cross territory of costumes, but it does seem pretty cool that they're trying to incorporate some newer things into the game. I think the next big topic right now, I've seen a lot of people talking about, is this new joint campaign, like with the team missions and kind of stuff like that, which is kind of odd because I don't see any type of joint campaign that they can do besides 6 year, like how they typically do like a raid or something with Global NJP. But it is kind of early for them to be putting it into the game. What do you guys think it's looking towards?
I think maybe it has something to do with New Year's, and the only reason why I even bring that up is because the current celebration on Global is literally called the Prelude to Christmas, and the Prelude to Christmas celebration has a Dokkan Fest LR. That's not normal, right? I mean, the Dokkan Fest LR is supposed to be like not the Prelude celebration; it's supposed to be like the hype celebration, like the new shiny Dokkan Fest LR. Evolution Blue Vegeta and Kaioken Blue Goku. Like that is like a top grossing unit. So the fact that they just lump those guys in like the Prelude celebration, which is like 2 weeks long, and the celebration is like trash, it seems weird. And it seems like they handled the banner as like a filler banner. So now now that we have this information, that like, maybe they might be gearing up for a joint celebration. It makes a lot more sense why they did that, because now maybe we get something like super hype for like New Year's. Then that's a joint thing with JP.
That would be pretty sick. Son, any idea from you?
No, I absolutely agree with Goresh here and what he said, and yeah, that's a really good point he made with the evolution. With the Blue Goku and Vegeta LR, and yeah, I think we are going to see something hype here.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree. Then they did show some new assets, which I'm showing on screen. Like with new mission medals, a select thing. Not really sure what this is gearing towards, but we did find some new assets. There is another thing which will probably be the last topic of this one. It's a character stacking. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. It basically just says character stack reset and then max, and then number of selections. You guys think they're gonna change our current system of the boosts in terms of like when we're doing a story event where it's like that multiplier of a percentage of the more category units that you have for that story event? Do you think it's kind of going towards that, or this is something entirely new?
The way that I interpreted it, again, nobody knows if this is correct or not, but the way that I interpreted it was it's more so like a box thing. So like maybe you have like 50 million Elder Kais or something. Instead of having them be spread out across your box, it's just a stack. And like on the actual Elder Kai thing, it'll say like a little number next to it, and that'll tell you how many you have. So let's say you have 100 Elder Kais, it'll have one icon for Elder Kai, and then it'll just say 100 on it, and then that's how many you have. So instead of having to go through and like scroll down past all of them, it'll just have that number representing the amount that you currently have.
Very cool. Son, pretty much the same deal?
Yeah, I absolutely agree here with Goresh. Yep.
Very cool. As of right now, I believe that's everything that we figured out today, besides the last factor that, Goresh, if you want to go ahead and jump into the explanation regarding that, I think it's the Cell from Legends, that revival mechanic that was also found in the data for Dokkan, right? That's what it is?
Yeah, so again, nothing that we know is confirmed. This is just speculation based off of the small amount of information that we have in the files right now, but there is a line of code called Scouter Active Skills, and then there's one below that says Scouter Revival Skills. So first things first, that being sort of like tied with active skills is telling me that that's going to be a new mechanic. If they're going to have a separate place on the Scouter to display a revival skill, then it's probably going to be a pretty big deal. And the way that the red cell in Legends works, and we're just assuming that this is how it's going to be, that this is how it's going to work in Dokkan, is you would have the red cell. He's very bad before he dies, and then once he dies, he transforms, and his transformation conditions literally are just to die. and he becomes much more powerful after he revives, which is what we, I guess, are assuming is going to be the revival skill in Dokkan, where it's a transformation, but it's literally just you dying. So we'll have to see what the actual revival skill is. It's possible that there's different types of revival skills, like maybe it's not just a transformation, but it could also be something like you die with this character and you just heal back to 50% health. That could be one, right? Maybe it's Whis, where Whis dies and it just rewinds time. I don't know, but this looks to me like this is something that's probably going to come out during the 6th year anniversary, because this looks like a big, game-changing mechanic that's coming out here.
Yeah, no, it does, and I hope they're gonna introduce some new hard content for that, because we really need the revive in Dokkan right now. But it is cool. It's a cool thought for sure, and hopefully they will come out with some new game mode for 6th year with it, which would make sense for it. Sun, did you want to add anything else before we close off?
Yeah, so as Goresh said, we are just speculating here, but when I saw this, I thought, okay, maybe Akatsuki is bringing a new Goku card for the anniversary, where, like, if Goku quote-unquote dies, he transforms into Master Ultra Instincts. That could be something they could do, or maybe the new Ella Gohan. I don't know. Maybe they are pushing this kind of thing out right now. When he dies, he goes to Super Saiyan 2. Something similar happened during the movie, where Goku saved him and then he transformed. So yeah, that's an idea. But we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Well, if that is all, I'm good to start wrapping up here. I believe that is covering all the updates for today. Just double checking with you, Gresh. I think that is all of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few small things, like there's the linking of account you can do with the Bandai Namco ID, which I don't think is relevant to global players or people that are not in Japan, because I think that's a JP only thing. We talked about the card costume thing, and I think that is it. I mean, we covered pretty much all of it. The only other small thing is the chain battle thing, where you can now like reverse Dokkan and Dokkan Awaken units that are involved in chain battle, whereas previously you couldn't. But that's cool. That is it.
Very cool, very cool. Thank you both for coming on. And guys, we're going to go ahead and sign off here. So if you guys have not followed us on all the social medias, check it out on the links in the description, the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, subreddit, TikTok, and all that. And definitely let us know in the comments below if you're excited for any of these updates and what you're anticipating for the new costumes and all that good jazz. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody, and peace out.